Hey there, and welcome to my Dagannoth King solo guide. In this guide, I'm going to cover the two most common approaches to soloing the Dagannoth King, solo hybriding and solo maging. The third is solo tribriding, which I'll cover in a later video because that's for more advanced players. However, before I get into this, I want to quickly go over which Dagannoth King is which, because people often get them mixed up, and I'm going to be referring to each of them by their name throughout the duration of this guide. Dagannoth Prime is the one with red spikes on his back. He attacks with Mage and is very weak to range. Dagannoth Supreme is the one with the green spikes. He attacks with range and is weak to melee. And finally, Dagannoth Rex. Rex is a giant gray monster who attacks with melee and is weak to magic attacks. For solo hybriding, you're going to want a gear setup similar to what I'm wearing in this clip. I'm wearing an expensive setup, and some obvious substitutions can be made. The main idea is to get the best melee offensive bonus you can, as you need to be able to kill Supreme quickly. You'll also want a crystal bow and Carol's top switch in your inventory. The crystal bow can be swapped out for a crossbow and shield, but be aware that if you do this, you'll also need to change your cape to enable as accumulator. The SGS is also an optional item that helps you heal up if you need it. It's not required. To get there, I recommend you move your player-owned house to Relica. Then use the house telly to get to Relica, run northwest, and take Jarbald's boat to Waterbirth Island. Please be aware that in order to solo hybrid, you'll also need a friend with you to mage and keep Rex off of you. This person is the one who should take 2 rune thrown axes in their inventory for reasons which I'll explain later. Once you're in the cave, you'll need to have a partner to get past the first door to the northeast. You'll each stand on a platform and the door will open. As you run through, you'll come to another door held up by a stick for support. This is where the thrown axes come in. The special attack by them, if aimed at the western door, will knock all 3 of them down, allowing you to pass. Then follow the path that I take throughout the rest of the cave. When you and your partner are both ready, brew and restore up, drink your anti-poison, and head down. At about halfway through, you're going to switch from Prey Melee to Prey Mage, as there's a lot of mages up here and they hit. When you go down into the cave, make sure you're a praying mage, or else Prime can hit 60s on you. If you go down the ladder and Supreme isn't near it, go back up and wait a few seconds before going back down. The closer he is to the ladder, the easier it'll be for you to get through the first part, as the first part is the most difficult. When you finally find a point where he's close enough to the ladder for you, have your major friend run up to the north and grab Prime on him, so you can change to prey range and not get hit by Supreme. Kill Supreme as quickly as you can while your friend kills Dagannoth Rex. Once Supreme is dead, switch to Magic Protect in your range gear and run over to the northeast corner of the room. Here is the safest place to be and where you'll be ranging Prime from. If Supreme respawns, he won't be able to see you as long as you're far enough back. There's a line on the floor where the tiles go from dark to light, and if you stay behind, you are safe. It's hard to see in the video, but it's much more obvious if you're in game. As soon as Prime dies, switch to your range protect, melee gear, and begin killing Supreme. The idea is you want to kill him as quickly as possible because you don't want him still alive when Prime respawns. A good helpful tip would be to stay on a low population world, as the spawns are slower in those types of worlds. If Prime does happen to respawn on you before you finish killing Supreme, switch to Magic Protect immediately. Prime can hit 60s with his magic attacks, while Supreme can only hit 30s. Although you will take some damage, it's not nearly as deadly. Be aware of where Rex respawns, towards the middle of the room. You always want to try to stay in the northwest side of Supreme while you're killing him, because if Rex respawns and you're too close to the center, he'll see you and come after you. If this happens, just run around to the southeast side of the room, and then back up north, and he'll get off of you and onto your friend. Next, just run back up with your Mage Crane range gear on, and kill Prime again. It's a very simple process, however slightly repetitive. Since Rex has low magic defense, it doesn't really matter what you wear as far as magic gear goes. My best recommendation would be to wear some stuff with some high range defense, as the spinal lifts on the outside of the room can hit pretty hard. Wearing Guthans is recommended so you can heal on the spinal lifts around the outside of the room. For spells, the best spell would be to use Claws of Guthix using Charge. If you don't have Charge, don't use Claws of Guthix, as it's really not that good. If you do use Charge, make sure that you're wearing the spell cape that goes along with the spell that you're using, and use either Staff of the Dead or a Void Knight Mace, so that way you can auto cast the spell that you're using. Without either a Void Mace or Staff of the Dead, it becomes quite tedious trying to use the spells. When you as the mage go in, run to the northeast corner and get Prime attacking you. Once he's attacking you, then you can continue over to the southeast corner where you can grab Rex on you and continue to kill him. There are several safe spots that you can use to kill Rex. However, the one in this video is the one that I would recommend, as it's the most convenient. As long as you stay low in the southeast corner, neither Prime nor Supreme will see you, so it is possible to solo Rex by yourself without anyone else in the room, unlike when you solo Hybrid. However, you will still need someone to let you in through the first door, and to suicide for you to make sure that Prime and Supreme won't get on you when you come in. Feel free to use your Guthans to heal on the spine lips or on the outside of the room as needed, but remember to stay down in your corner. Thank you guys for watching my guide. I hope it helped. If there was anything that was unclear in the video, please feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below, and I'll do my best to help you guys out. Catch you next time, guys.